Hello, this is Rachel with Short and Sweet Reviews, and I'm here to talk about The Chosen, Season 2, Episode 4, and this is about the healing at the Pool of Bethesda overall, and we also get the introduction of Simon the Zealot, or as he is come to be known as Simon Z. Alright, we're waiting for that name change, Peter. We're waiting for that name change. And so I'm just gonna try to get right into it. And for one, not that I didn't like this episode at first, because all the Chosen episodes are done very well, and I don't think there's one that I'm like, let's just get that one, per se. But this one, because it is different than most of the other, if not all the other episodes up to this point, like, it took me a little bit to adjust, much like the first episode of season 2. But then once I did, I think it's become one of my favorite episodes. And just really appreciate what they did with it, like with the whole kind of obscene parallel. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Hashtag has been confirmed that was inspiration, so no theory here. And so I'm part Jewish, like Messianic Jewish. So I grew up going to, temple every so often, like for the holidays. And so I can definitely relate to, I don't think I caught this up until this last time that I watched it. The line from Simon/Peter when they're talking about like the whole tour service and everything. And he's like, I don't know, it just all kind of runs together. I'm like, yes, I understand. I know the struggle with that. And I definitely appreciated that line there. And so the next thing that I have here is, it was definitely really interesting about the whole background of the pool, because I never heard of like that. I guess I just assumed, the whole Angel starting the pool dispute, because apparently there's a dispute about it, and so I hadn't heard that until this episode. I was like, okay, that might make sense, and definitely interesting to hear all that background of the pool. I don't know how much of that is accurate. I know they definitely do like their fact checking. There's only so much information you can have on some of that, but that was new to me, and I found that very intriguing and makes sense, especially for how they presented it in this episode. And so the next part I want to talk about is I can definitely appreciate and relate to the whole when Jesse, also the lame man at the pool, just kind of like sitting there and giving like all these explanations, like, hey, yeah, it would be nice if I got healed, or all these for all these things to happen, but he's just giving all these reasons why not. And I can definitely read to it. Someone's just like, God just made me, it's like, are you gonna let me do something good or not? Just let me do it. It's fine. And just how stubborn we can be, and giving all these reasons of why we can't either allow God to do good thing in our lives or God to use us. And God's just like, can I heal you, or can you let me use you? And it wasn't fully like that in the episode, but I can see it almost being like that a little bit. And, definitely towards the end of the episode, a nice little reminder, as I bring it from time to time, when stuff like this happens in an episode, it's a good reminder not to have kind of that Pharisee mindset of just putting God in a box so much of how we think when, how, and if certain things should happen. And it's we can kind of blind ourselves from God wanting to do things in unique and different ways. And it's kind of no, be open to God might be doing something and it just looks different than what you might expect. So I definitely need that message from time to time. And I think that's all for this episode of The Chosen. See you next time.